You need to get rid of the bad ideas as fast as possible. And the only way to do it is to do it a lot. But understand that this is a process that will never end. So even if you're at a certain level, you will still feel unhappy or unsatisfied to the results that you're getting. The music will never sound as good as it inside your head. Okay, so inside your head you have a certain idea of how the music should sound, but once you start composing it and writing it and you put it in your DAW and then you listen to it back, it never sounds as good as the original idea that you had in your head. And that's what makes us composers write music day in and day out, or to do it as often as possible. And it's the reason why we carry on doing this thing. The main reason why your music sucks is because you haven't written enough, you haven't composed enough music to get to a point where you can actually take very quick decisions, trust your intuition and your judgment, and know when to say no to certain instruments and genres that you're not really good at. And as well, on the production level, know when to say enough is enough, I don't need to add another guitar track. Usually when it comes down to composition and to music creation, especially for music licensing, simplicity is key. To keep things simple and to keep things so open in the way that it can work in various situations and different projects. That's the reason why your music sucks, because you haven't done it enough. And I've been there. In the past, I didn't really shine as much as I do now. And the reason why is because now I can sit down here in my desk, in my computer, and have a blank canvas and just really start composing from a place of getting results fast. And I'm taking decisions as fast as I can in terms of what chord progression I'm going to be using, what melodies and what motifs. And most importantly, what does the music needs to evoke? I'm looking here for a feeling. The music has to evoke something. Is it going to evoke a feeling of happiness? Is it going to evoke something that is a little bit more sad? It needs to evoke something from the get-go. And this is determined by the chords that you choose and the melodies or the motifs that you're going to be writing to this particular chord progression or this harmonies, if you will. To give you an example, if you want to create something that is a little bit sad, you know that you need to start composing in a minor key. And these are just very basic principles of music composition, and you don't need to know how to read music really. A lot of composers, they don't even play an instrument. I happen to play an instrument, so for me it's a little bit more easy to just tap into some kind of emotions and some kind of feelings by just grabbing the guitar and playing it. When I go down to the programming or the MIDI programming side of it, I just start composing with samples and whatnot, whatever the instruments I have at my disposal. So it all comes down to repetition. It comes to doing it day in and day out. And if you cannot do it every day, you just need to do it as often as possible. I have mentioned before that it is the same thing as working out, as doing exercise, as dieting. You know, a lot of people ask question, how fast can I start earning money by doing stock music? And that's like saying, how fast am I going to lose weight if I start dieting today? All right, it's the same thing. I'm wearing this shirt. I don't know if you've seen it. I've worn it many times before. Okay, and it says create every day. All right, this shirt, I got it from my email company that I use for my to send emails to my community, to my stock music licensing community. So obviously it's a nice message because it's all about that. And these companies, they're all made by creators themselves, and they understand the purpose of it is behind it all is to create every day. And it's the same with YouTube. It's like saying how do I get to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube? How many videos do I have to make? This kind of questions comes from a place of first of impatient, a lot of ignorance, and not an understanding a process. All right, I have many videos on this channel talking about how much videos how many music tracks do you need to start making money with stock music. But it comes down to a personal experience. It comes down to where you're at the moment, and the reason why your music might not be performing the way it should, or to put it in different words, why your music sucks because you think that you could be doing better, is because you haven't done it long enough. You haven't written enough music to get rid of the bad ones so you can start creating better music tracks. But understand that this is a process that will never end. So even if you're at a certain level, you will still feel unhappy or unsatisfied to the results that you're getting. The music will never sound as good as it inside your head. Okay, so inside your head you have a certain idea of how the music should sound, but once you start composing it and writing it and you put it in your DAW and then you listen to it back, it never sounds as good as the original idea that you had in your head. And that's what makes us composers write music day in and day out, or to do it as often as possible. And it's the reason why we carry on doing this thing, because we're always looking for that. It's not perfection, but we're looking for that thing that it cannot be attained. And that's why we'll never stop. I will never stop writing music, because I believe that I can create something better. Even if I can create something today, I'm always looking forward for what I'm going to be doing in the future, and wonder how can I manifest whatever I'm hearing in my head, and really get inspiration from all kinds of sources and ideas. So it's just a quick video for those of you who are a little bit impatient and want a shortcut, and looking for some kind of like magic pill that why my music doesn't sound right. I don't care where you are in your journey, but it usually comes down to doing. It comes down to repetition and to doing it again and again and again and again. Okay, it's like building muscle. It's like losing weight. It has the same kind of like MO, if you will, that you need to do it on a regular basis. You need to do it consistently so you can get to a certain level, and then after that, if you have plateau, you need to go to the next level, and that requires even more effort. Okay, so whenever I get all these messages or comments or private messages that they want a direct answer, how can I earn this and how can I do this fast, quick, now? And I always go down to the same answer, in the same way of approaching things. First, I want to listen to your music, and I want to hear what you think of your own music and what you think that you need. Because what you think you need, or to put it in a different way, what you think that you want is not what you need. A lot of composers, they confuse mixing and mastering, that they think that that's the thing that they're lacking in terms of music creation, or why their music is not up to the ballpark or is not sounding professional. And the reality is that it could be the writing process, the composition, okay? The instrumentation that you're choosing for your music, that's the problem. And it all comes down as well to the arrangement. So we have to go backwards and see and address what's happening in the early stages of music creation, and not look at the final product, all right? So anyways, it's just a quick video that I wanted to make regarding music creation and music composition in general, and why you think that your music, it doesn't sound the way it should. And it just comes down to that. Like I said, be very ruthless with your music composition and compose. Just write, get rid of it. Whatever ideas you have, put them as quick as possible in your DAW. Write it, compose, take decision. Music creation for music licensing is about quick decisions, and really be you have to trust it. Okay, by the time you have a thought, you're already doing it. Okay, while you're making your music tracks, while you're composing, you don't sit around and listen to the same loop for 8 hours and then decide that, hey, that kick drum is not the right one. This should be automatic immediately. Okay, you put the kick drum, it doesn't sound right, eliminate it and try the next one and move and go. Don't sit around with it. Don't just chill out there listening to it, hoping that the next time you listen to it, it will sound better. It's not going to sound better. You need to get rid of the bad ideas as fast as possible. And the only way to do it is to do it a lot. Okay? The same thing with anything else that I mentioned to you. And I'd like to give different analogies of real life experiences, like, working out or a day job. Okay? If you started a new day job today and it requires you to learn a new skill, whatever that is, the first day at your day job is going to be really tough. You're going to struggle because you don't know how to do this new skill, whatever that is, okay? Quite quickly, you're going to master that skill. Why? Because you're showing up to your day job every day. It's just another analogy. The more you show up here to make your music, the better you will become, and the less your music will suck, okay? Or like the English say, your music is shite, okay? That's the name that I wanted to put on this title of this video, but I decided that why your music sucks is better. Anyways, I hope this video finds you well. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're doing fantastic. And I just received as well, I was checking my comments on my YouTube, and somebody wrote, I didn't get the inspiration from this comment, by the way. I did a video quite a few years ago, and it says, how much stock music do you need to start in order to start making money? Somebody wrote just quite recently. So he told us everything about his life except how much stock music do we need to start making money. And you're right. You're 100% right. I tell a lot of stories. I tell stories about my life. And I don't remember what I said in that video. That's like 3 years ago or 2 years ago. But most likely I will say to you that you have to create a lot of music. And it's kind of like a hard question. Obviously I'm shooting myself in the foot by putting these kind of titles in my videos, because yes, there are impatient people that they want a quick answer, and they want you to say you need 20 tracks, okay, so you can start making money. But I'm not gonna say that, okay, because that will be very misleading to you, okay? So when people ask this kind of thing, how many YouTube videos do I need in order to start making money with YouTube? Nobody can say that. Nobody has that answer, okay? How many push-ups or how many reps I need to do in order to be really bulky and really strong? I don't know, man, you know? Just get down and start making some push-ups. Go and do it every day. I'll see you in a month, you know, and see what's happening. And it has to do as well with your diet, and it has to do, there's many factors that play here when it comes down to results. So again, I don't want to drag it too much, this video. If you're somebody that is new to music licensing or to royalty free libraries, download my free guide, link in the description. I also have a free workshop, link in the description too. And as always, rock and roll, and here's to your success.